Hey everyone, and welcome to today's explainer. So, we are completely dismantling a massive myth today. You know the one, the idea that the people at the very top of their fields just kind of got lucky. We're going to unpack the source material to reveal what's actually going on. We're talking about the ultimate leadership superpower, spotting patterns.
So are great leaders just lucky? I mean, really think about it for a second. So often, we look at people at the absolute pinnacle of their fields, and we just assume they caught a good break, right? We think, oh, maybe they were just in the right place at the exact right time, or they simply won the genetic lottery. It's so easy to write off their incredible success as just this random stroke of fortune. But is that really what's happening behind the scenes of true leadership? No way.
Okay, let's dive right into this, because the source material makes it crystal clear. True leaders spot what the rest of us just completely miss. They're looking at the exact same data, the exact same chaotic market conditions, and the exact same everyday problems as everyone else. But instead of seeing this giant random mess, their brains are actually trained to filter out the noise. Get this. Here's a fun fact. The human brain processes about 11 million bits of information every single second. 11 million. But our conscious minds, they can only handle about 50. The leaders at the top have literally trained their 50 bits to see the patterns that are just hiding in plain sight.
And well, that brings us to the core of it, pattern recognition. This is absolutely a superpower every single leader needs. Now, I know the word superpower sounds a lot like magic, right? Like something straight out of a comic book. But actually, scratch that. The reality is way more grounded. Pattern recognition is a totally deliberate, actionable skill. It is definitely not some innate, mystical trait bestowed upon a chosen few at birth. It's really just the structured, practiced ability to observe what's happening around you and actually understand how all those little things connect right beneath the surface. So consider how this actually plays out in the real world, especially in high-stakes environments. Take a legendary football coach, for example. They seem to just magically predict the opponent's next play before the ball is even snapped, shifting their whole defense at the exact right millisecond. Or look at a business icon who knows exactly when a tech trend is about to absolutely explode, and they pivot their entire company months ahead of the competition. What do these two archetypes have in common? Well, they absolutely aren't guessing.
The real game changer here is speed. They connect the dots, and they connect them fast. It's like a giant puzzle. But they've seen these scenarios, or at least slight variations of them, play out hundreds of times before. So when a new situation pops up, they take these isolated, seemingly random events and instantly link them together into a coherent picture. They aren't just gathering raw information and staring blankly at it. They're cross-referencing it against this massive internal database of past experiences at lightning speed.
So, you might be wondering, how do you actually build this superpower for yourself? Well, the source gives us a very clear, structured path. It starts with just simple observation, literally just paying attention to the routines, the behaviors, and the recurring outcomes around you at work or even at home. Then, you gotta practice. Pattern recognition is fundamentally a cognitive muscle. When you go into a meeting or say you're analyzing a quarterly report, the more you consciously try to identify those underlying sequences, the stronger that muscle gets. And that leads directly to our final step, leading better. It's a direct, undeniable correlation.
And practicing this, it creates a fundamental shift in how you operate day to day. You move away from just reacting. You know that feeling where you're constantly on your back foot, perpetually battling circumstances and just putting out fires all day? Yeah, you transition away from that to actually seeing what's coming. Because true leaders don't just react to the present, they anticipate the future. Having that proactive, predictive mindset means you finally stop being constantly surprised by the market or your team's crises, and you start anticipating them before they even happen.
Which brings us to our final thought for today. What patterns are hiding in plain sight in your life right now? Really look closely at your team, your industry, or, even just your daily routine. The clues are definitely already there, just waiting for you to connect them. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Go out there, start practicing this superpower today, and I'll catch you next time.